Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre II, kindly sit down, please. Thank you. Department of Justice, Associate Justices of the Supreme Court, Attorney Rosario Citias Reyes, officials and members of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, mga kasama ko sa gobyerno, mga kababayan ko. You know, it is automatic yan eh. The PMS, Presidential Management Staff, would prepare you a speech of only 3 pages. I do not go beyond 3-4 minutes. Kasi, but there are times I am forced to just apologize to you and maybe talk to you. I will not deliver a speech. I will just talk to you. Because it is important that we go along. Maybe I will be there 1 year only, 2 years. A part of my destiny would limit me to most 3 years. But I would like to tell you now from sa puso ko, I was a bit, it was unsettling for me to be the centerpiece of the Moments program. Ako lang po'y ordinaryo na tao lang. From my city in Mindanao, that I never really realized that one day I'd be addressing my compañeros, my colleagues as the President of the Philippines. Far from it, but I was a hesitant candidate. Alam mo, okay naman sana yun sa akin. But for the fact that nobody was really talking about Mindanao. Lahat sila, with due respect, more than just itong sa Scarborough Shoal. Para sa akin nga, as President, in my assessment of the problems of the country, number one would be drugs, because it has been with us for so long. It has contaminated a lot of our fellow men. Alam mo, I just made about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 promises. Even during the presidential debates, I limited it to about 4, 5 only, because I knew that 1 1/2 and the 2 minutes given us was really a very crazy timetable for anybody to present his platform for as important as the presidency. Parang mali ngayon, but cannot do anything. So, but bumawi tayo sa kampanya. I promised, first is that I will stop corruption. And I have started it. I have quietly requested almost up to now 92. Most of them sa LFTRB, pati LTO, and the regulatory bodies to just quietly go into the night. I will not raise a raucous. I do not want to humiliate a person in front of his family and children. Somehow it would be a lasting hurt, and you will never be forgiven, even how right you are. So, sa corruption, alam mo, the only thing that really needs to be done is for the Filipino to be assertive of his rights. Yun lang ang hinihingi ko sa Pilipino. Join me to stop corruption. I will do it. My God, I will do it. Even if I have to fire everybody. Pero kailangan ko ang tulong ng Pilipino. All you have to be is to be assertive. Kapag hinian ka at hindi naman kailangan bumigay, sigawan mo, bullshitin mo, iputang ina mo, sabihin mo, bakit ako magbigay sa iyo at sino ka namang humingi sa akin? Sabi ni Duterte, sampalin raw kita. Go with the BIR, with the customs, with the regulatory bodies and all. And even the mayors, I'm warning them, though I only have supervisory powers over you, but you know I can either suspend, reprimand, or dismiss you. So kung hindi ninyo makorek yung down the line, including yung mga bidding, about a third of the corruption or even about half is always in the local government. Time to shape up. I'm still trying to, compile the regulations that I want. Bakit hindi nyo maibigay 3 days? Pumunta kayo sa Register of Deeds, walang papel pabalik-balik. So I'm giving the directors, every director in this country, in government's pay, you only have 15 days. You must husband the routinary travel of the paper. Be sure to come up with all else. You'll have to explain to me. Ang department secretaries, I'm not trying to belittle the office, but karamihan sa inyo practicing lawyers, how many days would it take you to follow up papers in NEDA? We had the same experience. And I was a government agency, or at least I was representing a government entity. Takes you about 1 year, 2 years, my God. There's no wonder talaga ang Pilipinas sumusubsob eh. So each and every department has only 1 month. Kaya kung ayaw mo yan o gusto mo, i-release mo within 1 month. Now, state the reason why your application is denied. Huwag mo na yung mambo-jumbo na opinion. Your application died 1. 2, you have not complied. 3, 4, 5. So that when the paper comes to me, malaman ko na kaagad. Mind you, and you can ask anybody in government, I do not allow government contracts to reach my table, either sa bahay ko or sa opisina ko. I do not. I leave it up to Secretary Aguirre kung anong gusto ng opisina mo, basta gawin mo lang, graft-free, walang hingian, bahala kayo kung anong desisyon ninyo. But be sure you're always on the right side. Wala akong hinahawakan po. Hindi kagaya noon, kaya it travels so long and winding road. So that by the time na pati yung mga infrastructure projects nakabitin. Sabi ko kay Tugadi, and I trust Tugadi, he's a billionaire, he was my classmate, and he was very good. Sabi ko, Art, yung infrastructure, bilisan mo. Kasi lang, that's the only way. Congress is not willing to give you the money, and so traffic in EDSA will remain as it is. But, after visiting China naman talaga, gusto tayong gawain ng probinsya nila. They are giving us dalawang free bridges to span the Pasig River. I don't know where. Ganon ang China. So, well, if you have the new bridges, you have to improve on the roads. Then I hope that by late this year, they will start on it. Kung ayaw magbigay ng Congress, and for whatever reason, kung anong ayaw nila, magduda sila, well and good, I'll look for another one. But lo and behold, I decided to change a little bit yung foreign policy natin. Because we were discussing, so why is it that we are too far away from trade and commerce with China? Sabi nila, kasi Amerikano daw tayo. Sino may sabi? Sabi ng China, pumunta ako sa China, sabi, hindi kami Amerikano. Ayaw ko ng Amerikano. Pareho tayo. They're only good when the governments get good. Sabi ko, I am here. I am not trying to ask for anything that was during the bilaterals. Nandun yung mga cabinet members, pati yung mga military ng Philippines. And I just came here to shake your hand. And if I can have a participation in the trade and commerce. Kasi yung mga apple natin, yung mga mangga, wala na. Puro poor quality, puro kung ano-ano na lang ang pinag... So we were trying hard. Our banana exports were down, pineapple were down, lahat. So nung nagpunta ako, sabi ko, I come here in peace. I will shake your hand. But there is one thing that you must realize at this early, before we start talking. And that is, during my term, anytime into that span of many years, there will be a time that I will mention to you about the arbitral ruling, and we'll have to talk about it. Because you claim it to be yours, it is also ours by judgment. I do not care your history. It is yours. Sabi ko, mag-usap talaga tayo. Mabuti ang magklaro tayo ngayon. Sabi niya, okay. So when is that? So in due time. What is the due time? Oh, when you start to dig there, the minerals, the riches of the bowels of the sea, kasali tayo. Kasi kalabitin ko na siya. Di ba sinabi ko, you claim it, I claim it. So, I claim now my ownership, my entitlements. Then we have to talk. At hindi naman ako madamot na gusto kong kunin ang lahat. Wala naman tayong pang-capital, even in the rigs and everything, we cannot afford it. Baka sharing na lang. Now, the reason why I'm very sa Amerikano is this. Lahat tayo pro-Americans naman. In the sense that we have been allied militarily. We cannot enter into a military alliances with anybody because of that RPUS Pact of 1951. So it would be incongruous for us to be entering into military alliances. One, it would violate the treaty itself. So sabi ko sa kanila, ako trade and commerce lang ako. I cannot enter into military things there but you are free to enter my country. Kaya niyaya ko mga battleships nila. Yung una sabi ko, yung Russia, nakita kami ni Medvedev. Sabi ko, pakita mo rin yung mga vessel mo na mga navy mo. So they sent one. I went on board, visited it. It was good. So okay ito. I said, talo mga Amerikano nito. Then China is sending one of its biggest ships. I told the ambassador of China that I will board it. Yung dumaan na Amerikano, Binson, was it one? The aircraft carrier. Sabi ko si Bit Aguirre na lang kaya hindi pa nakasakay ng barko. No? Kayo na lang pupunta doon, huwag na ako. Sobra-sobra na. Ito ang tanong ko sa inyo. There is the RP-US Pact. It is a military alliances. And we are supposed to protect each other. At no given time was America in jeopardy of being at war with anybody. That option was never exercised by the Philippines. Alam niya na ang ating argument was we are entitled to it. It's like a fish pond in front of your house. And that economic zone is part of your fish pond where you can grow the tilapia and other mudfish and everything para iyo. Alam ng Amerika yan. When there was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, there were some overflights made by us, by Australia, other countries, and even the satellites. And we were warned by everybody that something was afoot there, says Scarborough. That somebody is going to build some sort of a structure. Why in hell ang Amerika, siya lang man talaga ang pwedeng kumasa doon? Bakit sabihin niya ngayon magpunta ang Navy ko? It will mean a massacre for my soldier. I will not do it. Kung gusto mo mauna ka at mag-isip pa ako, baka sasali ako. Why did you not at the first instance? Pinuntahan ninyo yung mga in-check doon nagtatrabaho, building that structures there. And just to tell, anyway, if you disregard entitlements, then you would still insist it's an open sea, international water. It's near the mouth of the Indian Ocean going inside China. Bakit hindi mo pinuntahan doon? Bakit hindi mo sinita? Bakit hindi ka nagpadala ng 5 aircraft carrier at kinasahan mo? And you had to wait for the problem to ripen into international issue involving this time so many countries, Vietnam, lahat na. You could have cut the problem in the bud had you taken a decisive action. Bakit kayo sabihin mo, you assert, you assert? Tapos sabi pa, dalhin mo yung, why don't you bring your Navy there? Ladies and gentlemen, as I'm 72 years old. I have so many faults in life. Marami akong problema, some intentional, some unintentional. Alam mo, nalaman ko sa buhay, miscalculation. Be careful of that word, ma-miscalculate mo. You go there on the pretext of what? Challenging them. Alam mo, isang putang ina lang yan. Ano putang ina mo rin, letse ka. Bumunot ka, putang ina kang insika ka. O yan. All you need is one single solitary shot. It could lead to an explosion, and it could lead into war. And it will be a slaughter. Wala tayong mga cruise missiles. Wala tayong. We are no match, and we have to be brutally frank to admit it. Huwag na natin bulahin ang sarili natin. Pagka ganon ang nangyari, ang pupulpugin nila, the island of Palawan. Kasi nandyan ang logistics ngayon ng Amerika para atin, nagbi-build up tayo dyan. Ayan ang problema. So we go back to the days where it could have been solved or settled. But why did America done nothing about it? Wala. Tapos ngayon tayo ang ipasubo ng they want us to be assertive. For what reason? Now, last night I was flying in from Thailand. I got word from the Chinese government that in deference to our friendship, that they want to preserve the relations, do not turn it sour. They are not building anything sa Panatag. Well, sabi ko, thank you. At least, hindi naman you give us a mouth saving because a face saving would have again, magmurahan tayo. Sabi niya, nothing sa Panatag. We will never do it there. Yun namang dumaan dito, There was no agreement. I told Xi Jinping when I was there, President, President, your ships can go in and out country, either pass to the north or to the Sulu Sea to the Malacca Strait. But I asked him about the situation sa Malacca. You know, the president is the one who foreign policy. So yung mga daldal dyan kung anong agreement, tumahimik muna kayo. When I have perfected the agreement, I asked China to do some patrols there in the international waters. Kasi kung papasok sila dito, they have to go up towards Thailand, then down, or dito sila, which is really nearer. And pagka it becomes, nandito pa itong sa South China Sea, dagdagan mo pa ng piracy. Merong isang tugboat kanina na hinijack na naman. Ang may-ari si Rodriguez, yung may-ari ng mga aeroplano, yung for rent, for lease. Sabi ko sa China, sa ewan ko kung bakit, pinadala ko ng lahat ang Navy doon eh. But sabi ko kulang kasi, yun ang sinabi ko. Noon yung panahon na first base, sabi ko, why don't you help us also do some patrols? Just like what you did in Somalia. It was a multinational effort. And finally, nahinto yung Somali piracy. Ang order ko sa Navy, basta makita ng pasabugin na ninyo. Do not wait for, pag hindi pumara, pasabugin mo. Sabi nila, ay kung may mga hostages, kung Pilipino, kausapin mo ng ariglo. Pag hindi, wala tayong magawa. Kung iba, sabi ko, wala nang tanong-tanong, pasabugin mo mga yawa na. Kung kayo hindi kayo maghinakit sa akin, bakit maghinakit sa inyo? Para matapos na. Para sabihin ko, tapusin na ninyo. Tapusin na ninyo. Kasi pang hindi, it will be, and may I also add, yung nangyayari sa Mindanao, binubomba yung eskwelahan. Yung Marawi, dyan mismo sa eskwelahan, sa library, State University, pinasabog din niya ng Granada. Then sa Zamboanga, nilagyan ng IED yung National High School. Ako, hindi kagaya nung previous na ayaw magsalita openly, ako magsalita. Do not force my hand into it. Once you begin to massacre and slaughter people who are innocent, I will declare martial law over the entire island. Huwag ninyo akong hintayin na pumasok niyan. Nagmamakaawa ako. I'm pleading for peace. Huwag ninyo akong hintayin na kailangan ko pa gumamit ng extraordinary power. Kasi pag ako ang pumasok dyan, taga Mindanao ako, tatapusin ko lahat. And in my presidency, pinmusta ko yung buhay ko, my honor, and the presidency itself. I do not give a shit if I stay here only for 1 year or I got barilin ako or whatever, or I am ousted by force. Tatanggapin ko yan. Because then it would be part of my destiny as president. I never thought really all alone na maging presidente ako. At my age 72, if you ask me, am I extraordinarily happy? Am I excessively proud of being president? I'll tell you now. Hindi. Totoo. And I do not need the presidency at this time of my life. Kaya kong bitawan yan. So, yung takutin ng impeachment, kudita, veterano ako dyan. Mga military, gusto niya? Walang na. Do not fight the presidential guard. Puro kayo sundalo, gastos ng gobyerno yan. Kaya dito, linya kayo. Raise your right hands and repeat after me. I, General so-and-so, now hereby taking over the government and appointing myself as the member of the junta. Good. Utang, sige, bye-bye. Uwi na ako. Then solve the problem. Sige. Mahirap yung takot-takutin. Ako pa, takutin mo, Jesus, Mario Joseph. Paligaya ko na lang umuwi doon. Nambaw. I'm 72. Marami nag-speculate, pati yung mga gunggong na press. Pumunta na daw ako ng China. Sabi ko, napunta ako ng China, nagpatuli ako. Bakit ikaw, tatad? Di ba, pisot ka rin? Pinarepair ko. Kasi yung aking tuli, yung ganun lang. Dalawang hampas, dalawang parang tapay ng manok. Sabi ko, punta ako sa China, pinalinis ko. Takutin, babastusin mo ako ng gano'n. You know, let me be very, 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 very frank with you. I never graduated into the presidential style. Hindi talaga ako yung ladies and gentlemen, in this country, we have so many problems. Di ako gano'n. Basta ako, kung anong gusto kong sabihin, sasabihin ko. Iyan ang totoo. Kaya lang, kung may bata, siyempre medyo, pero naman, iba siguro, nakadaan ng, I don't know. Pero hindi mo, takutin ng gano'n. Wala sa akin yan. I can go anytime. But I have to stop corruption. My God, talagang totohanan to. Sabi ko, pag hindi kita nadala, putang ina ng pakiusap, sasampalin kita in public or sipain kita. Yun ang ginagawa ko nung pagka-mayor ako. Alam mo, Pilipino, sinubukan ko na lahat yan. 23 years. Nung una, pakiusap. Kasi tatay ko mabait eh. He was governor at one time. Pasensyoso. Hindi ko nakita yung nagalit na putang ina. Ano yan siya, mag-whisper lang kung galit. Yung nagtitweets yung... ako talagang... May professor nga kami sa law school. Bago siyang professor. So, nilagay yung pangalan niya, AA, tapos LLAB, LLB. Pagpasok namin, ito ba yung professor natin na bago. Nilagay ko doon, baka nandito ha. Minom muna tayo ng tubig. Tanongin mo si Beth, dinagdagan ko ABS-CBN. AB, LLB, tapos ko ABS-CBN. Nung pagpasok niya, nakalimutan ko eh. Basta lang gano'n. Nakalimutan ko, sabi pa ng horror this one. Tinignan niya eh. Susulang, gano'n talaga. Tapos sumigaw na. Nung sumigaw siya for the third time, gumano na ako. Mabutit nilang ipinasa ako ng akala ko sabi saan ako mag-summer nito. Akala ko talaga ibagsak ako ng... Of course, when I saw him after law school, mayor na ako, medyo ano na siya. Sir, sorry. Ano lang yun, sir? Sabi ko, biro-biro ng buhay. Ngayon, kalukuhan minsan natin eh. But anyway, anong tingin ninyo sa akin? Basta ako, ayaw ko ng corruption. Let us give the people just a respite of 6 years. And after that, bahala na kayo. You can continue what you were at in the previous years. Sa akin, ayaw ko talaga kasi yan lang ang maiwan ko. You know why? Yun nga. 6 million. Maniwala kayo na plus the 15 million yung base, I got 6 million more than the other candidate. Why? Wala akong gobernador except Aimee, si Abet sa Bataan, Garcia, at isang lady governor na bumiliktad ng and only because of love. It is always good to maintain lovers even if you are no longer, you don't have the time. Kasi it can be remembered when the time comes. Bumaliktad talaga, and I won by over 100,000. That is to show to you how important love sa buwan. Kasi kung mag-love ka lang naman, yung mga congresswoman pati gobernadora. No, but it's all past tense. Nakilala ko yan siya when I was congressman, 1999, 1990. Bata pa kami noon. Hindi pa masyado matanda. Ibig sabihin, we could still make it merrily. Pa Hong Kong, pa Macau dyan. Yun ang mga racket ng mayor eh. Yung tamad ba ito? But nothing beats the mayorship. If you want to improve I'm on the second part now. When I was mayor, in 1988, Davao was at the crossroads. Tapos sila ng gera, and you can ask anybody from Davao, yung seatmate mo. We used to lose about 2-3 policemen a day. So nung nag-mayor ako, because I've always been identified with the left, and that is true, I used to cross the ideological border. Yung pumunta ng Bukid, makiusap, release, gano'n. But iba na ngayon. I'm just kasi kaming lahat pumunta ng Mindanao, mahirap. No, pumunta kami ng Mindanao, may na ako. So I could see really the hardships. And would you believe it? Sa likod ng Ateneo de Davao ngayon, harap ng Marco Polo. Doon kami yung bahay. Pagatpatan pa yan sa Bisaya, parang wetland. And would you believe it? Na-demolish rin kami in 1954. And my mother was crying and I was wondering all the time, why was my mother weeping? Kaya, nag-upisa kami sa, migrants lang kami, seeking the greener pastures of Mindanao. It pains me very deeply to see it now na magulo. Nobody was talking about Mindanao, so that I had to run. Somebody had to take the cudgels of Mindanao. So I'm talking with the MILF. They're perfecting I'm sure that they'll be through by 2 months from now. We can start on this structure. Then I'm talking with the Miswari. Si Tarhata just called. Maybe he's ready to talk. Sabi ko, take your time, Nor. Basta wala lang munang gulo, okay lang sa akin. You can go in and out. Kasi may kaso siya, but allow them to go in and out of the country to talk to the OIC. He's back. Ang mga sa NPA, there's a back channeling going on. Pero I will not go back into, they will declare, they say, a ceasefire. I was the first who did it the last time. Siguro. I will not. Give me one that is reduced in writing, guaranteeing the parameters. Kasi nga yung magulo noon ng parameters. They targeted February 10 to lift the ceasefire. So nag-abante ako na sabi ko, February 8 ako. Then at February 2, pinapatay na nila ang sundalo ko, pati pulis ko. So that night, tinawagan ko siya, sabi ko, you resume the fighting. Ngayon, I am asking for, bahala sila Dureza doon pati. Nandito si Bebot, kung isa pa yung bilyon yan, leftist yan eh. Sabi niya, dala-dala niyang sabi ko, but hindi ako papayag na walang written ceasefire agreement. Then, sabihin mo sa kanila, I will not recognize their theory put forward na ang na may mga teritoryo sila na hindi nakakapasok ang sundalo ko o pulis ko kasi teritoryo nila. Kung nothing of this. The Republic of the Philippines owns every edge of this island of the Republic as delineated sa Constitution. Nobody claims any part of it except the Republic of the Philippines. Kung pag wala yan, gira na lang tayo. We have been at war for 50 years. You want another 50 years? Fine. Sinabi ko, bahala kayo. Ako ready ako. Then your extortion activities must stop. Because I will order the police and the military to arrest you if you keep on asking, lahat tayo taga saan doon. Alam niyo, they're so active. It has to stop kasi napapahiya ang gobyerno. Napapahiya ako. Kaya magbarila na lang tayo kung gusto mo. Total, marami na, we are not supposed to use the jets, the air assets. Nandiyan na yung mga jets ko. Na-deliver na 4 dyan. Sabi ko, gamitin mo yung bomba mo. Sirain mo yung buong bundok ng Pilipinas. Huwag mong tirahan. Huwag mo akong, sabi ko, use the precision, ano na yan eh. Guided, some of them are guided by satellites. So I can really blow you to pieces. We had an encounter once and it was good. And it will be good for us. Nasabi ko do not claim any title over kalukuhan yan. So yan ang deal ko. We're talking with the good guys and we are also trying to talk to the good guys. Pero kung ayaw nila good guys, bad guys tayong lahat. So, wala tayong magawa. Now, dito po ako sa That's why I've been itching really to be present tonight, ma'am. Kasi I have a confession to make. Sort of. When I was mayor, so it was very topsy-turvy. But at that time, drugs, yung shabu were already being cooked in small numbers, mainly in Cotabato, pati sa Lanao. Sa Davao rin. And sabi ko sa police, bilisan ninyo kasi delikado to. When I was a prosecutor at that time, patapos pa ang martial law. Yung forensics, ito yung SOCO, was not as yet organized the way it is now. So, PCINP pa yun eh. May kaso ako noon, and you can just imagine to my chagrin, yung isa lang for Region 11, they cut this country into so many regions 1, 2, 3. Pero yung SOCO, Region 11, based in Davao, but kung mayroong hinuli doon sa Jensan, may trial, or in Surigao, which was part of the original Region 11, pag nandito, tapos nakatawag, iisa lang, si Mallorca, retired na. He was the only one competent to testify as an expert witness. And most of my cases, heard during the time when he was out of the area, at least in Davao City, na didismiss lahat yun. May galit na talaga ako na because nakita ko na ang impact sa society. I was just, pero tahimik lang ako. Wala akong magawa eh. But there's so many failures at yung corruption ng police na pagdating doon sa korte, tawas na ang inibigay sa akin. Sabi ko, may araw talagang putang ina nyo, papatayin ko kayo. With the embarrassment and everything, at saka yung mura ng fiscal, you're wasting your time. What are you doing? You're in cahoots with you are planting evidence. Lahat na sinigaw sa akin na. Sabi ko, Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I was thinking, kaya yung handling ng evidence. But marami yon. Nung naging mayor ako, nakita ko. Sabi nila, kano akin, 10,000. Look at the statistics last year and the previous. 77,000 Filipinos died. Ayaw mo niwala, bigay ko sa inyo. Bagay ko sa IBP. Lahat yan mga biktima. May nabiktima ako na kaibigan that he called me early in the morning to go to his house at the Insular Village. That is where the houses of the millionaires are. Pagdating ko doon, I could hear the wife inside the car with the music blaring at umiiyak itong. So he embraced me, umiiyak. Sabi ko, anong nangyari? Akala ko yung asawa nag-away. Sabi niya, ayaw mo, Mayor. Nalimutan ko kasi yung 45 ko na ilagay ko sa drawer ko dyan sa office ko sa bahay. Separate building, office niya. Sabi niya, nakuha ng anak kong lalaki. Ngayon nasa itaas, nire-rape niya ang elder sister niya. Hindi kami makapasok kasi every time we attempt to enter the room, he points the gun at us. Yung mga ganon. And so many rapes of so many children. Tingnan ninyo ang statistics. Do not count this idiotic number of 10,000. Hindi naman ganun kara. 10,000 in that part of time, 10,000. Sabihin mo, sila yung unang nagpatayan. It was a turf war kasi nag-intriga kami. What the intrigue na, pinyait ka nito, so hulihin ka namin ngayon kasi sabi, may pinatay yung ano mo. So at first, it was not until the second month that we started the operation. And if you notice, a week before the election, tingnan ninyo ang statistic. Huwag kayong maniwala dyan sa kaagad na, men judge best when they condemn. Ganun ang sakit ng tao. Ngayon, totoo yan. May salvaging. Lahat yan sa Pilipinas. Ang ibang mayor ganun. But, ako, kasi presidente na, at nung mayor ako, sabi ko, ganito ang deal ko. Do not destroy my city, or else I will kill you. Do not destroy our daughters and sons. Do not destroy their life, their future. Kasi yan sila ang magbili ng oxygen namin. Hindi kami milyonaryo, yan sila magbili ng gatas natin, pati medisina. Kung gawain mong gunggong yan, saan kami pupunta? But meron ba tayong home for the aged? Sa Davao meron. Maganda. So totoo lang, kung wala kang mapuntahan, you want a comfortable house, you go to Davao, I'll accommodate you. Maganda yung sa taas niyan in the hill, there is a structure there, a house worth 33 million. It's where I place yung mga bata ng victims ng incest. At nanganak sila, doon ko yan sila nilagay. I built for them a house that's really a house. Para yung anak niya, na kapatid niya, lalaki sila sa... Ganon ako magmalasakit ng kapwa-tao ko. Kapag ito ngayon, sino? Who will take care of us? Kung sa Davao, akala ko ganun lang. Meron dito, sige, read. Titingnan naman marami namang conviction. Makikita naman ninyo. But when I became mayor, sabi ko, ito na. I never realized that it was so widespread. And it came to a number. Panahon ni General Santiago, he placed it at 3 million. Tapos, 92% of the barangays contaminated dito sa Maynila. Nung na-presidente ako, when I got hold of the all data, lahat na, nung nakita ninyo, the surrenders by the hundreds of thousands. And it also reached 1,600,000 at the end of last year, December. So, just be conservative lang tayo. Wala nang incremental increase. Place it at 3 million or 4 million if you may. Maglagay ka lang dyan 800,000. Durog. What will happen to the penal system of this country? What will happen to our civilization? 10,000 patay. Baski totoo, dagdagan mo pa ng 20. I have 4 million potential drug addicts because if they continue to use shabu for 6 months to 1 year, their brain will shrink. And if the brain is shrunk, he is no longer viable for a rehabilitation. So we are stuck with 800 insane persons, and they can go out and kill again and look for money pagkabasag na. And they will be at their usual business. Then time will come, yung lahat ng pumatay dito ng mga bata na rape, mahuli natin. And if I could get an accounting for them, for the misdeeds, when we file a case in court, tapos ako ang defense, sabihin ko, Your Honor, could we make a preliminary inquiry just to determine if he is in his right faculty mind? Eh kung magsabi itong forensic na, his brain is shrunk. For all intents and purposes, psychologically, he's insane. Then the next question, can he stand trial? Is he of sound mind? Can he understand? Can he discern now what is wrong? Even at the time when kung hindi pa bangag noon, okay pa. But when he's a trial bangag na, you cannot try him. And kung hindi, you cannot, who will now account for the 77,000? Who will answer for the lost souls? Who will take now the responsibility of even assuming that you have taken note of their deaths via the statistics? Sino ang managot nito? Kita mo pag surrender sa TV, kala mo sa Nazi camp concentration, puro payat, puro malnourished, puro bangag. What are you doing to my country? You do not do it because I will kill you. And I said, I stake my life, honor, and the presidency itself. I will not allow my country to go to the dogs. Itong EU, 1914 to 1916, yung si Archduke Ferdinand na assassinate, there was a war. Then it was followed by the Second War. Sila-sila rin. Sa una, it was France, Russia against the Prussian, Austrian, pati in Germany. Second World War, how many Europeans died? 90 million. Tapos sabihin mo sa akin ngayon, why are you Putang ina mo. Tarantado ka pala eh. Kayo dyan, why? With the conscience of your forefathers worse than your conscience now, the present generation? Was there a difference in the values? Why are you imposing your values on us? Noon na sa UN kayo, hindi kayo, there were countries, including China. They never arrived at a consensus of how to deal with this problem, the first anti-drug summit. There was none. And the majority opinion was that each country should be given to deal with the problem his own way. Why? Do you think I enjoy killing people? Do you think you can stand with your sleep that night if you kill an innocent man? Ako ho, ganito. Magsabi ka lang siguro mga 2-3 meron. This was really my order, even in Davao. Arrest them. Abogado eh. Arrest them if possible. Para gisahin mo at malaman natin kung sino pa. But namatayan na kasi ako ng pulis, 2. Sabi ko sa kanila, if possible, but if they confront you violently, and if you think you will die, putang ina, patayin mo. I would rather see criminal patay na mga pulis ko nagtatrabaho. May pamilya yan eh. At saka ang pulis noon takot. Bakit? Pag nakaproblema, alam ninyo, pagka nakaproblema na file ang kaso, lalo na patrolman, that day wala ng pagkain. Pati hinto na ang eskwela ng bata. Kaya nung ako mayor, pag nasuspend ako ang gumagastos. That is how it is. It was not spoiling them. Kaya nagtatrabaho talaga. Dito sinabi ko, ako ang managot. If something wrong comes up, you arrest, then there is a confrontation, then somebody dies, I will answer for it. I will answer for it. Each and every case. Basta sinunod lang yung order ko. That was as far as I could get legally. Sabi ko yun. Hindi ko iwanan itong duga. And it will continue until the last drug lord is killed. And the last pusher. Every user is always a pusher. Yun ang panggastos niya kung sinong makonect niya. Now, kung wala itong runner, nandyan lang yung shabu mo sa warehouse mo, wag lang kitang maabutan, talagang papatayan kita, putang ina mo. Kung tinulada ka, if you have there shabu, 500 kilos, you better pray. Sabihin ko talaga, mga pulis kayo dyan. Yayariin itong yawa na ito. If you do that, ngayon kung dito, sabihin mo, itong mga NGOs, mga mahirap lang yan sila, ganon pobre, inunan yung pobre. Yun no, kung walang runner, walang trafficking. Kung wala yan sila, nandito lang, hindi pa distribute yan. Ngayon, kung nandito sila, wala yan, wala rin. Pero galit ako sa mga tao because kanina nandoon si kagabi sa Thailand. Sabi ko, Senator, how long did it took you to earn your first millions? Mga housing. Sabi niya, mga 2-3 years. Itong mga putang inan to, mga municipal mayors, itong mga barangay captains, 40% ang ating barangay captains, sabi ko, ako may tama. They cook shabu. In 2 months, they're millionaire. Kaya Mindanao is a dynamics, they're very fast. Kasi, you know, mga yawa kayo, I lose about 2-3 policemen or soldier day to day. Every day. Sa Mindanao, ang shabu doon may CM60 2 machine gun. Kaya every time I raid, may isa, dalawa talaga akong patay. It's either the police or the military. That's why I had to go there. Kaya hindi lang yung casualty, isang police patay. Maraming tinataman, drug-related yan. It's shabu. Kaya maglipad talaga ako doon to show my solidarity with the soldiers. Kasi sila naman ang binubulyawan. Puta na, bakit malakas yung druga ninyo dyan? Ay, wala ka siguro, ayaw mo magtrabaho, palitan kita. So, they are forced to perform. And they die. And that's why I had to take time, kasi wala akong tulog, lipad doon, just to be with the family. That's the only thing that I can offer to them. Yan ang problema niyan. Ito namang, basta ako, hindi ako atras dyan. Hindi ako atras dyan. At saka yung durugista, yung malalaki, hanapan kita ng paraan. Bigyan kita ng baril. Bigay ko sa kikig. Draw ka, putang ino. Sige. Pero isa lang ang bala ilagay mo. Para kung magbisula na, okay na. Ay, mag-suicide ka pala. Mabuti lang sila, hindi na ako mayor. Kaya kung mayor ako dito sa Manila, wala. Barilan palagi yan. Lumaban ka. Lumaban ka kasi papatayin talaga kita. You better fight. I will give you the chance. Ginagawa mo sa bayan ko, 4 million and until now, kaya i-publish ko ha. May daily briefer ako. Binigay ko na nga sa mga pare. Look at day-to-day incidents of this country. 2 pages. Iba-ibang shabu. Puro shabu. Apprehended, barangay captain, konsehal, barangay kagawad. Ngayon, bakit nagkaganon tayo? Alam mo, sa totoo lang, itong iyo, iba ang kultura ng mga gago nito. Health-based nila. Ang proposal ba naman nila, kopyahin natin yung sa Switzerland na magtayo ako ng Shabu Station at marijuana. Totoo yun. Nandyan sa ano nila. Nandyan sa yung iyo. Palimbas ang putang ina, itong EU Parliament, puro politiko. Bugok talaga yan, basta politiko. Itong EU Commission, they are the executives, yung mga banker yan, about the economy. Pero yung parliament na yan, puro politiko. No different from ours. Walang ginawa yung mga ulo na yan. Ang suggestion nila, kaya na ako naggalit, maglagay daw tayo ng Canada, o station sa Tondo. Meron dyan, libre, free shot sa Cebu, marijuana, at cocaine. O ilagay mo sa Forbes Park, kaya mga putang inang, isa pa yan. Doon sa Dasmariñas. Sige. Yun ang gusto nila. Punta ka doon, libre na, hindi ka napatayan ng gobyerno. Putang ina. Sabi ko, ulol. Wala na ginawa itong mga puti kung kalukuhan. Yan ang totoo. Yan man talaga ang totoo. Yan man ang lumabas. Gusto nila health-based. Ako hindi ko kaya tanggapin yan ngayon. I would never, cannot speculate what will happen to my country. But be that as it may, it will not happen during my time. Wala, kasi I get to answer for all of this. Sabihin niya ni Arroyo, ikaw naman, bakit mo, why do you have to, sabihin ni Pinoy, panahon mo na eh. Ikaw yung nagsabi, stop. Hindi ko marin akalain na ganito pala kalala ang problema. So wala ako. So ako ngayon, ay kung ikaw, palit tayo ng, kaligaya ko na lang kung may gusto magpalit sa akin. Sige daw, then solve the problem. solve the problem in Mindanao. Solve the problem sa terrorism. Kaya yung ISIS, may na-recognize, they had anointed Hapsilon. He is in Mindanao. They are working overtime sa Cebu to finance their terrorism. What will be my reaction sa terrorism? I was asked during the debate sa Lasal, I said, how would you deal with terrorism? And my answer was, harshly, very harsh. Now, if you want a preview of what's going to happen sa terrorism, just look at CNN and BBC every night, and you will see that Syria today was bombed, Iraq was bombed, the market is bomb, bomb, bomb. O kung gawain dito yan. So, let me just use the word harsh. Itong sa China po, hindi talaga kaya natin. We cannot stop. Because they are building it with their mind fixed that they own the place. China will go to war. Tama yung si Aquino. His parting word was only America could deal with that problem. Hindi tayo. Not even, tapos na eh. Nasabi ko na arbitral at nasabi ko na atin yan. What more can I say? Siya ba, okay. Iyo pala yan. Sige, okay lang. Hindi naman humihinto. Ano pang assertion gawin ko? Tapos gusto ng iba kasi daw, sabi ko mag-jet ski ako. Tingnan mo itong mga gagawang pulit. Naniwala rin. Pagkabugok. Sabi ko, pag ako ang minay-confront, pakatawa lang yan, kampanya yun eh. Sasakay ako ng jet ski, pupuntahan ko yan. Runway pa lang noon. Runway pa, ang bilis ng Sabi ko, magdala ng jet ski, magdala ako ng plug. Tapos itayo ko doon. Sabi itong ugok na kasama ni Trillanes, wala namang ginawa itong putang inan to. Nag-mutiny. Pagdating ng pulis, nag-surrender. Trillanes, malaala ko. Pakita ko yung buong Pilipinas, magtakbo yan. Pag ganun-ganun sa Makati, kala mo so ito. Ito na ang mga Pilipino natin na nationalist. Pasigaw-sigaw. Tapos pumunta ng Peninsula, ninakaw lahat linin na maganda, mga kutsara, tinidor. Lahat. Pati yung piano, karga kung sino na mga iyak-iyak yung puti. Niransak lang, tapos pagdating ng pulis, nag-surrender. Tapos ngayon sila yung akala mo mga crusading idiots. Puro arte lang. Look, prangka tayo. They want me ousted. What's behind it? Itong si Trillanes. Wala, sundalo, mas mabuti pang security guard dito. And his elk. Sino ang isa? Si Dilima. Gusto na niya akong paalisin. Wala naman akong ginawang exhibition. Pangatlo, si Lene. Natural. Kasi bakit pa siya maghintay kung nandyan yung opportunity? Barilin na lang yan si Well, so look at the people behind. Pagkagabi I was asked at the airport, sa press conference, what can you say about the plan? You have the numbers. Sabi, look, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we just have had the elections. It's too early to be ousting people. Let Lenny, alam mo, hayaan mo siya. She has also to take a stand. I understand that. It's always the kontrapelo yan. And that is natural sa politics. Pero yung to be ousting, too early kakatapos lang ng election. And do you know why I'm on my last time? Dapat malaman kayo nito. I did not agree sa election sa barangay. Kinausap ko si Coco, pati si Speaker, pati sila, Rudy, lahat, mga congressman. Huwag kayong magkamali. Because ang status ngayon ng barangay captain, ni Hinoha, wala. There's no such thing as a holdover. It is not provided in the Constitution. But because, sabi ko, huwag mag-eleksyon ngayon. Bakit? Maghanap na lang kayo ng paraan. Ako, I am agreeable to just putting them in place, appointment, and we can accredit all civic organizations, pati simbahan, to recommend to come up with a 3 or 2, 3. Tapos i-appoint upon the recommendation para automatic na lang. Whoever is the appointing authority, probably it's the president, wala tayong piliin. So it's going to pass a grid somewhere there. Kasi kung mag-election tayo, ang mananalo ang drug lords, pati the 40% of our barangay captains who are contaminated and about almost 600 municipal mayors. Drug money will rule the day at you put in peril the coming elections ngayong local pati. Pag nandyan ng lahat, and the other positions or victory to sa mga tao na ito, alam mo ang Pilipino yung utang na loob. Sa mga leader ko yan. Doon nagkalitsi-litsi. Kaya ako nagalit. Kaya sabi ko sa mga mayor, I give you 24 hours. Papatayin ko kayo pag hindi kayo nag-surrender. Because they strapped around 5 army, 5 pulis. Kaya yung mga pulis na magtrabaho, mahirap to. Bata na. O ngayon, ako ang nanalo. Sino man magtawag sa akin na ipatransfer mo yan, puputahin kita. Wala akong utang na loob niya. Yun lang, puro naman yung matitunong tao. Yung isa, mahal ko pa masyado. Hanggang ngayon, hindi nawala, ma'am. Anak daw. Televised ba yan, nasyonal? Biro lang ba dyan? Hindi ba yan totoo? So, it's dangerous actually. Because little did we realize it that 5 years ago, narco politics was already in. See, and even the Secretary of Justice, pardon me, pero was at it. See how far it has reached. And the barangay captains, and the mayors. Kaya sabi yung Albuera namatay, sinalvage raw, putang ina niya. What the hell I care, son of a bitch. How many lives did he destroy in the eastern part? Yung udikta na couple na pinatay. Ilang buhay sinira noon. Basta sinabi ko, malakas masyado sa Iloilo. Ito, nakikinig ka. Magalit ka sa akin, wala akong magawa. Putang ina mo, kasali ka sa listahan. Kasi kayo, pag hindi kayo nandyan, alam mo ko, tinatawagan ninyo yung pulis, pati PDEA. Natawagan ninyo, huwag ninyong galingan kasi gano'n. Di protector ka, nandyan ka. And judges. Kita naman ninyo sa listahan, totoo talaga lahat yun. You can process it several times. May isang piskal dito sa Maynila, almost 900 cases. Wala ba lang conviction na isa? Hindi ba na nagbarato sa gobyerno? Kasi ganon ka, di corrosive. Delikado ang pera, lalo na in the hands of narco-politics. Bayolente. Bayolente talaga yan. Siyabo, bayolente yan. Pag hinuli mo ang pulis, sabi ko, huwag kayong putang ina pauli-huli na. Kaya sabi na, bakit na namamatay? Namamatay yan. Kaya sabi ko sa pulis, huwag ninyong maghuli-huli isa, dalawa, apat at nakatutok na kayo. Bakit magpunta na naman ako doon sa patay? Mahirap yan. Kaya yung pamilya, yan ang awa ako. Kaya I have to raise funds again. I will put up something for the police and the military. Ang greatest fear talaga nila mamatay. Kagaya rin natin. Tayo wala naman. Anak. Anong mangyari sa anak nila kung mawala sila? Paano makapag-aral? Kaya yung sa aking panahon, nung namatay lahat, sinagot ko ang sa Social Amelioration Fund. Sabi ko, paaralin ko yung mga anak nila. So yan ang problema ng, wala man sa speech dito. Wala. Kaya kung binasa ko ito, kanina pa tayo nag-uwian. Mahusay yung mga writers ko dyan. I just would want we wish to read the last paragraph. So as we begin this year's National Convention, I ask the IBP to join me in reminding our fellow lawyers that we are indeed free to choose our battles. Our loyalty must nonetheless remain with our oath of office and our country. Thank you very much, and I wish IBP more power.